Neurological tests led Dario Franchitti to retire. A repeat of that kind of concussion could be serious, Chip Ganassi said in a conference call. Franchitti suffered a concussion in his October 6 crash in Houston, and while specifics of his injury haven't been revealed, Ganassi said recent neurological tests in Miami led doctors to advise retirement. Franchitti, who is in Scotland, has not been reached for comment. But he said in a press release Thursday that head and spinal injuries suffered in a crash, in which his car went airborne into a catch fence on the last lap and landed back on the track, forced him to stop racing. Franchitti shocks motorsports world with retirement. INDYCAR suffers blow with Franchitti's retirement. Ganassi said Franchitti was heartbroken to give the news, saying that the telephone call he received from the three-time Indianapolis 500 winner and four-time IndyCar Series champion sounded different than all other conversations he's had with him. His voice was different, his demeanor was different, Ganassi said. He was certainly heartbroken. He's a bit of a realist about it, too. I went through all the obvious questions. He said, "Look, I don't want to go forward. I'd never want to go forward and risk hurting somebody else or risk further injury, much less hurt somebody else." He wouldn't dare risk giving a black eye to the sport or something by trying some sort of end around. That was out of the question. He respects professionals. Franchitti had 2 surgeries on his broken ankle, one in Houston and one in Indianapolis, before traveling in the last 2 weeks to Miami to see IndyCar consultant Steve Alvey. The 40-year-old Franchitti then returned home to Scotland to continue his recovery. He was in Scotland when he was advised to stop. Alvey, the Associate Professor of Clinical Neurology/Neurosurgery at the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine, told Racer.com that Franchitti has suffered 3 concussions since 2002 and the one at Houston was a big one, a significant concussion. He's got a higher risk for future concussions with less energy involved in a crash, Alvey told Racer. And, as we've seen in pro football, repeated concussions can lead to early matches, so he's got to think of his future. It's just too great a risk to take.